Glasgow, July 31st, 2026. The women's 200-meter final at the Commonwealth Games is about to blow up. Adija Hodge bursts out of the blocks like a rocket. She flies down the track and crosses the line in 22.07 seconds. Gold medal, her very first Commonwealth title. But wait, don't look away yet, because the real story is not about who won. It's about who was watching just a few lanes away. Torrie Lewis finishes 6th. On paper, that just looks like a rough night for Australia's top sprinter, but there is so much more hiding under that result. This was not the first time these two girls raced each other with everything on the line, and it was not the first time Hodge walked away with a medal that Lewis felt should have been hers. So here we are, 2 years later. Same rivalry, new stakes, and a story most fans watching that race had no clue about. Let's rewind the clock. This story does not start in Glasgow. It starts in Lima, Peru, back in August 2024 at the World Athletics U20 Championships. Adija Hodge, just a teenager from the British Virgin Islands, was already turning heads as one of the scariest young sprinters on Earth. She won gold in the 200 meters. She won silver in the 100. It looked like the start of something massive. Torrie Lewis, Australia's own young star, was right there chasing her the whole way. 2 teens, 2 countries, 1 event. A rivalry nobody outside the sport even noticed yet. But here's where it gets wild. Behind that shiny result in Lima was a much darker secret, one that would not come out for another year and a half. Hodge's drug test from that meet came back positive. It showed traces of a banned substance called GW501516, also known as cardarin. But the Athletics Integrity Unit did not tell her until November 2024, months after she already went home with her medals. She got suspended right away. She cooperated, she explained herself, she sat through a second interview in January 2025. And through all of that, the public heard nothing, not one word. The case stayed locked up tight while Hodge kept training. She kept racing in college in the United States, and she kept winning. Then, in March 2026, the AIU dropped the bombshell, a 2-year ban, backdated all the way to August 2024, cut short by 7 months because she gave what they called substantial help to another investigation. Her Lima medals? Gone. Wiped out. Just like that, the 200-meter gold that once belonged to Adija Hodge now belonged to Torrie Lewis. Here's the part that makes this even messier. That substantial help she gave wasn't just about her own case. It connected to a bigger investigation into her old coach at Montverde Academy. That coach got suspended after several athletes from his program tested positive for the exact same banned drug. But hold on, because Hodge was not finished yet. The teenager who tested positive in Lima made her comeback. She became eligible to return on January 28, 2026, and she did not come back quiet. She joined the University of Georgia. By March, she was already racing at the NCAA Indoor Championships, just weeks after her ban ended. She won the 200 meters, she took silver in the 60, and get this, news about her doping case broke publicly that same exact week. So the whole track world found out about her suspension while watching her dominate a national championship at the very same time. You cannot make this stuff up. Now watch what happened next, because Hodge did not slow down one bit. She kept climbing. Personal bests, national records for the British Virgin Islands. By the time Glasgow arrived in July, she was not just back, she was the favorite to win it all. She smashed the Commonwealth Games record in the semi-final, running just a hair off the mark set by 5-time Olympic champion Elaine Thompson-Herah. Then, in the final, she delivered exactly what everyone expected. Total domination. Gold medal, no doubt about it. And that brings us right back to where we started. Torrie Lewis, standing on that same starting line, facing the athlete who already took something from her once, now watching her grab another gold medal live right in front of her eyes. Lewis did not blow up. She did not call anyone out by name. But when reporters asked her about it after the race, her answers said everything without really saying anything. She told them she'd been warned not to speak on it, that she was not allowed to say what she really wanted to say. Then she added, almost like a hint, that everyone probably already knew what she meant. Sit with that for a second. That is not the response of someone who has simply let it go. That is careful. That is controlled. That is a competitor who has now lost twice to the same athlete in two totally different but equally frustrating ways. Once through a doping disqualification that came a whole year too late to feel like justice, and once on a clean track where the result was fair and square, yet still tangled up in everything that happened before. This question never really goes away in track and field. Can an athlete truly move past a doping scandal once their punishment is done? Does the sport, the fans, or even a rival standing 3 lanes over ever fully separate the performance from the past? Track and field has fought with this exact struggle for decades, the pull between wanting to believe in second chances and needing to hold people accountable. Hodge cooperated fully. Investigators said her use of the drug was not on purpose. She served her punishment under the rules. But rules and feelings do not always match up, and Lewis's short, careful answer in that Glasgow mix zone proves that gap is still very real. Here's the thing though, and you need to hear this. This rivalry is just getting started. Hodge is only 20 years old. She has already smashed national records for the British Virgin Islands. She has already run under 22.10 seconds twice in major championship finals, and she shows zero signs of slowing down heading into the next Olympic cycle. She's the first female athlete from her country to ever win Commonwealth gold, and afterwards she was not shy at all, joking that the whole world would probably be Googling the BVI by morning. That is not someone carrying the weight of a scandal. That is someone who has decided to just keep on running. Lewis, for her part, had an incredible week in Glasgow, even with that 6th place finish weighing on her. She smashed her own national record in the 100 meters, grabbing bronze in 10.99 seconds. Nobody watching her whole performance would call that a step backward. If anything, it proves she belongs in finals like this, against fields like this, for years to come. And that is really what makes this rivalry so exciting going forward. 2 young sprinters, both with real claims to the future of this event, both getting better every single year, and a shared history that is only going to get messier the more they line up next to each other. Throw in the rest of the field too, the Jamaicans, the Trinidadians, a whole wave of teenage sprinters running times nobody expected this early. Women's 200-meter racing over the next few years is shaping up to be as stacked as it has ever been. And if you are new here, this is exactly the kind of story we love digging into on this channel. The stuff hiding underneath the results, the context the headlines leave out. If that sounds like your thing, hit subscribe, because we've got another deep dive coming on the wave of teenage sprinters rewriting the record books right now. There's a lot more where this came from. We also just dropped some new merch, so check that out while you wait. So where does that leave Hodge and Lewis? Nothing is settled. Nothing is resolved. Just 2 competitors bound together by a junior title, a positive drug test, a promotion that came too late to feel like a real win, and a Commonwealth final that ended with one of them celebrating and the other one picking her words like she was walking through a minefield. Because that finish line in Glasgow was not the end of anything. It was just the newest chapter in a rivalry neither of them asked for and neither of them can walk away from. Subscribe to our channel. Let's hit 8,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching. We just dropped new merch. Head over to our YouTube channel and check out the store. Thanks for the support.